This is walleye time.
They're a blast.
They're fishing. We've been pounding so many walleye on big pike.
There we go. Well, baby.
We're lucky on that.
Yeah. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's so cool.
Nice. First pass, bud.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Princecraft Boats, dominate the waters. Garmin, plot your paradise, reel 'em in. And Ontario, Canada, in partnership with Destination Ontario.
Hey everybody, today's Fishin' Canada show has me sitting in a small aluminum boat scouring a cold Canadian lake for a species of fish that some love and some hate. I'm in search of Northern Pike. I know I'll catch some little ones, but as you'll see, persistence does pay off.
Look at that.
Now, the reason I say some love pike is that first, they are one of the ultimate predators in fresh water. Second, they always seem ready, willing, and able to bite. And third, they taste great for those who like white, flaky meat on their fish. The reason they're hated is, and trust me, some people hate them, is first, their teeth are razor sharp. So if anglers are targeting other species, they could be in for an expensive day of lost lures. The second reason for pike haters is the same as I said in the Love Fest. They're always ready to pounce on lures, from ultralight and all the way up. Their aggressiveness often makes them a nuisance. I'm starting out today in my usual pike fishing mode, casting a variety of moving baits. Lures like glide baits, crank baits, swim baits, spinners, and spoons are a great starting point to see if the fish are active. If they are, I'll stick with the program. If not, then my normal backup is to cover a lot more water by trolling.
They're fishing. Right off the bat. Have no idea, fishing up the backside of the boat. He's not pulling, but I'll tell you why. He's probably not pulling because the water just turned 58 degrees, so. Let's get a look at him. He feels half heavy. Doesn't even feel like a fish, but that's okay. A little wee pike, tiny little wee pike, okay. Probably gonna have to weed through some of these small guys, even with that giant bait, giant leader, and a big glide bait. Probably gonna have to weed through these guys just to get to some bigger fish. But that's okay. You start the day with that. Wow, he wasn't even hooked in the mouth. That fish slashed at that bait. Being a glide bait, he had one under here and one in the fin. Little guy, little piker. Okay, now we know they're here.
One of the great aspects of modern day angling is the equipment available to us. On this particular day, since the lake is not a drive-to, I was limited to a small boat and motor. I have no problem with that, and in fact, I love hitting northern lakes in such rigs. My luxury for the day is having our portable fish finder, including live scope forward viewing technology. Even if the fish stay small all day, I don't really care because I can at least be entertained by fiddling around with this great kit.
Oh, it's small, eh, guys? Anyways, oh, he's not bad. No, same size as the other one. Same size as the other one. Okay, we're getting there. We're gonna build up size, I believe. I saw that fish on the live scope, stuck right to the bottom. There's a big blob. It's a really flat bottom here. And I just thought I'm gonna scope around. There are portable live scope unit. And let's see. I could probably handle on this guy too, again. Now I'll net him, just to be safe. Single, oh, I don't have to. Perfect. He was a little bigger than the other one. So I saw a fish sitting, what looked like a fish. You can't always tell 100% on the bottom with the live scope. And I thought, I was throwing a crankbait right off the bat, a jerkbait right off the bat. And I thought, well, you know what, I'll throw this big swim bait. The beauty of a swim bait is that you can cast and reel it. You can work it just like a casting bait, or you can jig it. And all I did was I saw that fish and I drilled it in the bottom and lift and drop. Lift, and you gotta remember that big tail is just flopping ever so slowly down there. He just ate it right on the bottom. So I could have a fun day going on here. You never know. We're gonna work with a few different baits. Crankbait, glide bait and swim bait will be a good start, I think. And they're all big. I'm going to use big baits in here. I'm not going to play around for smaller fish. As you can see, smaller fish eat big baits, so that happens a lot. I'll just keep scoping. That was fun, actually. I like that. I'm sure I'm going to get fish trolling today. Here. Whoa! Teeth marks all through this thing already.
It became pretty obvious that on this day, if there were any big fish in this first area, they weren't hitting my casting presentations.
All right. And the little wee one. Look at this little guy. He's so pretty.
So, as I said earlier on, I need to cover more water more efficiently. And that means trolling.
The trolling thing might be the deal.
It certainly doesn't guarantee any bigger fish. Trust me, small pike will hit pretty much anything that moves. But it puts the odds in my favor that I may pull my bait in front of a lunker.
He's twisting. He's coming in twisty, which is typical of trolling, and they get tired out already. But we'll see. What do we got? Oh, another little guy, I think. Oh yeah, really small, this one. You can see I'm using a big chunk of crankbait here. Whoa! And even the small ones are hitting. I've upsized my crank, trying to avoid small fish. Now, that's not a big crankbait by any means for a 40 or 45-inch fish, but you'll see the small guys, they just beat them up too. There's teeth marks all through this thing already. See little teeth marks on it from this little pike. You know what? If I weed through these small guys enough, keep trolling around, I'm going to try different depths. I'm going to try about the 8-foot. That was in 15-foot. I might do some rips right across the middle of this bay. I think it's 25 feet-ish. And that way you can kind of eliminate water. You run your GPS and your fish finder, and if you see something, you pop a waypoint in, you can go back and cast it. So that's what I'll just keep doing until I get a big one. Going up on a flat here. Just gonna troll a break line to get to this calmer water again. There's one right there. On a turn. Always on the turn. Here he comes up to the surface. I don't know how big he is. We'll soon see. I don't think he's big. He's not pulling very hard. Oh, he's spinning in. Look at this guy. Come on. Give us some effort. He's small anyways. Another small fish. I know there's bigger than that because I've seen him already today, so hopefully I can just pop him right off. Well, they're dangerous. When you're landing pike, you want to be very careful, especially if you're running treble hooks like this. Double trebles. Like that. Okay, you little guys can stop biting and your bigger siblings can start please. What I'm doing, since I got this a small boat here, this, a small area of a lake, I'm just gonna troll around too. I'm gonna definitely cast. I cast that shoreline already. Coming up there, I thought instead of driving up without, I'm wasting time, I'll just troll up and find the break lane. That way I can actually quick draw on the Garmin and see if anything bites on a troll too, because I'm sure I'm gonna get fish trolling today. So I'll use this little bay. It's kind of like my lake. That's it. I'm not even gonna leave this area today. Just gonna work it all and find out as much as I can. So I might as well troll her back in I want to get into there anyways, in that shallow stuff. Now the fun begins.
Oh, that's a nice big fish.
He popped me and swam with it.
Oh, yes, that's a lot of water moving, buddy. How cool is that?
If I had to pick one consistent pattern for catching big fish in Northern Ontario, it would be trolling. From walleye to lake trout to Northern Pike, there is no better way to dissect a lake or river than by running trolling passes to cover a vast amount of water. If you're planning on taking a pike fishing trip to the North Country, never neglect to bring along a trolling rod and reel. Ans and I prefer bait casting equipment with around a 7-foot long medium heavy rod, a medium to high capacity bait cast reel spooled with a minimum of 30-pound test braid or 17 to 20-pound fluorocarbon or monofilament line. Add a strong leader and you're in business. Another thing Ange and I have banked on whenever and wherever we fish big Northern Pike in Canada is when we're faced with trolling, at least one of us will be pulling either a big crankbait or a big minnow bait. Day in and day out, these two baits are money when trolling for big northers.
Whoa, it's a nice big fish. That's a
Turn the boat,
quality,
buddy.
quality pike.
There he is right there, I can see him. He's on the top like a log.
He's
Look at him.
coming up like a log. Wow. That is weird.
Okay, now the fun begins. You're gonna bring that guy into me head first.
He swallowed the bait. Don't turn. There you go.
No, he's not in yet. There he is. Oh, look at the bait popped out. 99% here. Hang on to that bar right there. Yeah, he's not that big a fish.
But he's got a big
Look
gut
at
on him.
this. Huge
that.
belly.
That is so cool. All right, let's get him in.
Put him
then.
right back.
Good one?
Don't know yet, bud. He popped me and swam with it. Oh, he feels okay now.
Oh, oh, yes. That's a lot of water moving, buddy.
There he is right there.
Nice fish.
That's a beauty.
That's a quality fish.
Look at this thing.
He's got the bait completely in him.
Complete. Now, this is a single hook, so we're lucky on that.
Yeah. Oh, that is gorgeous.
Here he goes.
Yes! How cool was that?
We got, whoa!
Whoa, what?
We got him trained pretty good around here at Brace Lake, folks.
That is a big fish.
That's a nice pike, man.
It's got one big hook in him.
Yeah, it's not gonna be bad. If he's cooperative. Big fella.
Trying to get a hold of his gill plate is what he's doing without getting his hands on the gills.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, sometimes big fish like this, whoa,
He's having fun with me.
he's having fun with you for sure.
Here, you actually
Yeah,
hold
give me the
eh?
rod.
Yeah.
And he's just feeling underneath for the gill plate and trying to get a finger. There
And
you
you don't
go.
touch their gills.
There you go.
And then you put your hand under their belly,
Perfect.
so that you support their belly.
Look at this fish.
Like that.
And he's fat too.
Yeah,
huh?
he's gorgeous. Oh, buddy, he's
Buddy.
on.
So,
I'm gonna put him back real quick.
yeah. Oh, that is
Look at that for a Brace Lake beauty, folks.
Wow.
Look at the sun is down.
Big
This is
head on
walleye
it, too.
time.
I love
Big
that
head on
big
that pike.
broad head.
Okay, big fella. There we go. Back in. He's gonna take off, no problem, this fish. I'll guarantee you. He is still as good as gold.
Another great perk that Ange and I get while out in the field is stumbling onto all kinds of situations that we would never find at a regular 9-to-5 job. Encountering wildlife is one of those things. On this trip, during one of my trolling passes, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a gorgeous bald eagle. It was high atop the tallest tree on the shore. Within seconds, it was down on the shoreline eating what I presumed was a fish. Then a second bald eagle popped into the sea. They literally came from nowhere, just appeared. Now, as big a bird as a mature bald eagle is, these two paled in comparison to the next guest at the shore lunch. I believe it was a golden eagle, please correct me if I'm wrong, which swooped in, without hesitation I might add, and literally scared the two big balds into the surrounding trees.
Put the run on the bald eagle. It's freaking crazy.
This episode's hotspot is a small area on Cabin Akagami Lake. The waypoint on your screen will get you right there. Although this great body of water is known for its amazing walleye fishing, the pike fishing here is outstanding as well. Pete started out here in typical pike fishing fashion, catching lots of smaller aggressive fish. However, as luck would have it, things got much better and he scored in a big way. We pretty much use the cast first and troll later as our standard pike fishing procedure. Both techniques cover lots of water, but in very different ways. For more hotspots like this one, check out fishingcanada.com.
On the turn. Oh my God, this is a big pike. Got her. Look at that right there. Oh my. On the turn. On the turn. Okay, this spot, the bottom of this area, I marked bait here earlier. There's the bait right now. I'm trolling over it. So this whole, it's almost like a basin. It's all flat. It's all really flat. And then we just started hitting all these ups and downs and bumps and grinds, and that's 2 fish in a row doing that. Ooh, I like that. Okay. There he is. Oh my God, this is a big pike. This is a really big pike. Oh man, what am I gonna do here? I'm just gonna let him go because of this light line. This is a big fish. This is like a really big fish. A surprisingly big fish. I gotta scoop him if I can. Like, he hasn't even really made any big runs. There he goes again. That is so cool, seeing a different bottom on your depth finder. The first pass, I saw a bunch of bait on my depth finder, and then all of a sudden you hook up with a fish. It makes total sense. There it is right there. Get a look at it at least before I... Oh my God. That's a big girl right there. Trolling, I mean, covering a lot of water, mapping out the areas. She's hooked pretty good, I think, I hope. But to get her in the net's gonna be another story. This fish is really thick, really beefy. So let me attempt to get that fish in this net. I didn't even know if it'll fit in here, to be honest with you. Here she's gonna go right now, look at her. This is gonna be, I got my live scope transducer right there. Can you swim into my net for me? It's barely hooked. Now I see that she's barely hooked. Come on. Oh no, she just swam away from me. Come on. I'm probably better off hand landing this fish. Okay, come on. Come on, turn around now. Turn around now. Here, we gotta take a swipe at her if she turns for me. Wow. She's not cooperating very well. Got her. Oh my God. Holy crap. This is a giant fish. This is totally not what I was expecting. I mean, the lodge told me that there were some good ones in here, but holy man. What an awesome fish. On the big perch crankbait, like I was saying earlier, you get some small ones on it, but you got a good chance of getting a good one on it. There you go, folks. How's that for a Northern Ontario pike? Oh, trolling a crankbait. Woo, baby. You got a big fish on like this, and they pretty much, they rule you, you know what I mean? So you just saw what I did there. I waited it out, and that's a great fish. Look at it. Look at that head, look at that mouth. That's an eating machine right there, folks. In this little bay of this lake, I can feel her wanting to kind of move around, so I'm gonna put her back. I'm hoping she'll go real quick. That's a great fish. Wow, what a great pike. What a fantastic fish. Oh, and that trolling, you know what? When you troll, look at that. Look at that. Covering lots of water. You know what? That is a good pike in any Northern Ontario lake. I mean, there's bigger than that for sure, but if you can get into 1 or 2 of those in a trip, you know, if you do a walleye trip or any other smallmouth, whatever you're doing, aside from pike, what a bonus fish that would be. And then you can come to these lodges and fish for fish like that. And it's just, it's an experience of a lifetime. That's a fish of a lifetime for a lot of people, including myself. I haven't caught one of those in years, so it's just, it's made my day, made my year, right there. But I'm not done yet. Whew. I get this guy out, get back at her.
To get to today's fantastic fishing location, Pete first drove north on Highway 400 to Highway 69. He then turned northwest on Highway 17 to the town of White River, turned right on 631, and then left on Tuckney Road, which took him to White River Air Base. From there, it's a short flight to Agache's Cavey Cabins on Kabanakagami Lake.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Yozuri Fishing Lures, fish the best. Mercury Outboards, go boldly. And Outdoor Canada, Canada's only national fishing and hunting magazine.
Closed captioning for this episode is brought to you by fishingcanada.com, the gateway to your next fishing adventure.